It's pony day. So excited. See some pony and some long steer cattle and some beautiful fields and meadows. Get out of this green tunnel for a little bit. Had a wonderful evening last night at the shelter. I got there, wow, pretty early for me. I was pretty proud of my hike yesterday. It's not all about like going faster, but I felt good the whole day, which usually I have like a struggle in the morning and then again in the afternoon, but I felt pretty good the whole day. Got there and Hambone was already there, of course. And then some solo hikers we've been around of late that are really cool, they rolled in, and then our friend Waterboy rolled in. We all had a great night, ate dinner together. I shared my Trail Magic beef jerky with the crowd and it was a hit. And we played some silly games in the shelter before bed while we were laying there in the dark. It was funny. I felt like a little kid at summer camp. That's a good feeling. Today, I have 16 miles to the Thomas Knob shelter, which is another shelter that I stayed at before. And today looks conducive to the epic sunset that I remember from that shelter. I'm looking forward to that. And there's also tenting areas around, so I'm hopefully gonna pitch my tent. I can't remember the last time I slept in my tent, to be honest, and I missed it. It was fun in the shelter last night. The shelter was really nice. It looks like they replaced the floorboards and painted it, and it was really clean. And there were no tenting spots anyway. And I was so tired, I was thankful to not have to set up my tent. We'll see how today goes. I got a really late start. I may not roll into camp until later than I like, but hopefully it's a pretty gentle hike like yesterday, and I'll see some ponies along the way and be able to share that with you. When I'm in pony territory and I see fence stiles, I get excited. I think I have a ways before we see some ponies. I'll be sure to keep my eye out. There's also some longhorn cattle out here. And apparently they like to go in the bushes and lay down. And they're not aggressive or anything, but I would be very shocked to see one of those if I had to go into the bushes and take a bio break. Like, hello. Oh, this trail's beautiful. I won't lie, I am struggling big time today. My legs feel really heavy. You know, I got good sleep. Not quite sure what the deal is. That's all right. Sometimes you just have one of those days. I heard a sound just now that made me smile that I haven't heard in a really, really long time. I'm assuming it's a gray squirrel, but I'm not sure if there's those red squirrels from Maine down here as well, because I just heard that chatter, chatter, chatter that I heard constantly up in Maine. The red devil squirrels. I'm not sure if it was a red devil squirrel or a gray squirrel cousin or what, but it did make me smile because it reminded me of Maine. And those things were everywhere, constantly, almost to the exclusion of birds. I didn't hear a whole ton of birds in Maine. Anyway, that made me smile, so I just had to share. I see pony poop. Ooh, there's some back there too. I think I'll have better luck than I did with the moosies. Ponies! Here, pony, pony. Oh my God, you guys. It's no pony, but it's a different kind of buddy right in the trail. Aren't ya? And you got a friend way down there. Holy cow. Doing what they do, eating grass. Hi, baby. Thank you for getting out of the way for me. Yeah. You're a pretty girl. I think you're a girl. They did say that females have the horns too. Oh, and there's another friend. A brown one over there. Hello, pretty. They could not care less that we are here, which is a good thing. They're just roaming around living their best life. Ponies! Hi, babies! Hello! And you have some cow friends. Hello, babies. You are really close to the trail. Yes, you are. Did you want to say hello to the hikers? Is that it? You're very pretty. Yes, you are. You got some friends back up there in the field. All I can hear is munch, munch, munch. You eating the grass? You're very pretty. There's a baby cow coming. Hi, baby. Nope, thinking better of it. Hi, baby. Got your longhorn cousin over there. You're very pretty. I spy fall colors. Holy horse poop. That's bigger than those ponies' entire body. Dude, too much fiber. I don't know what's going on there, but that's pretty gross. You're welcome. I'm walking up where apparently sometimes there are ponies as well. I think they move them around. I think I saw them back where we just were. But you never know. Hopefully maybe I'll see another herd up here. Meanwhile, I just gotta watch where I step because there's cow and horse poo just about everywhere. Way over in the distance, I just saw this black and white pony just doing his thing over in some shrubs. What a life. I love to see him in the wild. I know there's an organization that does monitor them for health, and like once a year I think they do round them up and maybe auction off some of the more docile ones to farmers and whatnot. I don't really know who actually, I think it is volunteers that do it. I'm not quite to Grayson Highlands State Park yet. However, this walk is spectacular. Beautiful fall colors. Apparently you can stealth camp, or camp here. There were some people car camping back at the scales where I saw the first batch of ponies. And I'm like, man, if I had planned better, I would have loved to do that. Although I bet once the sun goes down, it's probably really windy. It's already pretty windy out here. Look at these fall colors. I love the gold. Probably my favorite. Beautiful. And I'm heading south, so I'm going to be following fall, which is my favorite season. So I'm glad that I'm doing that. Earl Schaefer, the first person to hike the AT, wrote a book. I think, I can't remember the exact title, but oh my God, there's like a military plane up there. Can y'all see it? Whoa! That was crazy and unexpected. I know you can hear it. Huh, I wonder if there's a base nearby. I'll have to ask. Anyway, Earl Schaefer's book is called Walking with Spring, and I think his point was because he started started in the south, headed north. And I even noticed this a little bit on my northbound part of my hike. I was seeing spring in many different places. Oh, I thought another plane was coming, but it must just be the sound from the other one. Anyway, very cool to follow the seasons, and fall's my favorite. It's a good one to follow. Regarding that military plane, you know, I'm in Virginia right now, not, you know, especially air travel, too far from Washington, D.C. I'm in Southern Virginia, pretty closer to Tennessee. I have no cell phone reception right now, no internet. I've been out here for, I don't know, 7 hours. I mean, I have no way of checking the news. If something were to happen on a national level where there would be planes flying around. I'm not saying that that was. It was just one, and looks like he was doing a drill or something. It just reminded me that I have no way of checking, like, hey, is something really going on? Is there a base nearby here? No clue. I'm just out here clueless walking in the woods, and it's part of one of my favorite things about this hike. But I mean, obviously it can also be not great. Not the worst thing, but it just hit me when that plane went by. I have no idea what's going on around me, and hey, if something does happen, I'm in a beautiful spot. If my time is up, so be it, here in this beautiful place, doing what I love. Not to be morbid, but hey, people hike the trail years before cell phones were a thing, with paper maps and no GPS. Go figure. This is what I like to see, a bear box that is just near an area where there are a lot of up the hill and such. I just came by a ton of tent spots, just in the woods, not established tent spots. And I love that there is a bear box here. I think the reason is I am at the border of Grayson Highlands State Park, and there is no tent camping allowed in the park. There is one shelter within the park boundaries, and that's the only place camping is allowed. So they probably have the bear box to encourage people that want to tent to just pitch their tent here. And I think that's great. Good job, Grayson Highlands. Aha. Answer to my question. I had forgotten, but there is a Wilburn Ridge Pony Association that manages the ponies, and you are obviously not supposed to feed or harass them in any way because they kick and bite. They are wild ponies. Do observe and photograph them from a safe distance. And I know from following the Facebook group, this dude right here is Fabio. They do name some of them. Fabio is no longer up here. He's retired to like a B&B farm, living his best life. He was named Fabio because of his fabulous hair. Anyway, just past the Wise shelter, and that's the one and only shelter in the Grayson Highlands State Park. And there's a small strip of land borders being weird as they are, that is owned by not the park but the U.S. Forest Service, that does allow tent camping. And that is actually where Jedi and I camped one night during our section hike of the Grayson Highlands. So that answers that question. I was really confused. I came up here, I'm like, wait a minute, no tent camping. We tent camped here, and a ton of people, and there's a bear box. Yeah, so within the state park border, there's like a strip of land that for some reason is still Forest Service and does allow tent camping. More ponies up on the ridge line, helping out to keep things trim. They're beautiful. I love the brown and white ones. Oh, those guys are right by the trail. I'm gonna go say hello. Hello, beautiful. Hello. You're beautiful too. You're just eating, aren't you? Good job. I made it to the shelter safe and sound. I'm gonna run back up the hill. I was just getting some water first. Send Jedi my proof of life on my Garmin. And look at this view behind me. It's incredible out here. So beautiful in the fall. It's good to be back. Grayson Highlands, that was a great hike. Thank you for a beautiful day. All right, everybody, I will see you tomorrow. Night, night.